She said, "Last night, did you strip me?" I said, "I'm sorry, that was my fault." She said, "Last night, did you strip me?" I said, "I'm sorry, that was my fault." The morning she asked me that question, my entire world stopped breathing. It wasn't just the words, it was the confusion in her eyes, the quiet fear, the fragile uncertainty that made my chest tighten like someone had locked my heart in a box and thrown away the key. I remember standing there, frozen, holding 2 cups of tea that suddenly felt too heavy for my hands. In that moment, I knew something had gone terribly wrong, not because of what I did, but because of what she believed had happened. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of doing the right thing even when no one is watching, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs a reminder of humanity, and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps stories like this alive. I met her on the kind of night that doesn't ask for permission before changing your life. It had been raining for hours, the kind of relentless rain that washes the city clean but leaves people feeling heavier. I had just finished a long shift at the hospital where I worked as a ward assistant. It wasn't a glamorous job, but it paid enough to keep my small apartment and send money back home. Most days I existed quietly, helping patients, cleaning rooms, pushing stretchers through corridors that smelled of antiseptic and exhaustion. That night I was tired, the kind of tired that seeps into your bones and makes even breathing feel like effort. I just wanted to get home, eat something simple and fall asleep without thinking. But fate, I've learned, doesn't care about your plans. I saw her near the bus stop, sitting on the cold pavement, soaked from head to toe. At first I thought she might just be waiting for someone, but there was something off about the way she sat, too still, too disconnected from everything around her. Cars passed, people hurried by under umbrellas, but no one stopped. I don't know why I did. Maybe it was the way her hands trembled, or how her eyes seemed to be searching for something they couldn't find. Or maybe it was because I knew what it felt like to be invisible in a world full of people. When I approached her, she didn't react at first. It was only when I gently called out that she looked up, startled, as if she had been pulled out of a deep, dark place. She tried to speak, but her voice came out weak and broken. She didn't remember how she got there. That was the first thing she told me. No phone, no bag, no memory of where she came from or who she was trying to reach. Just fragments, fear, confusion, and a growing panic that made her breathing uneven. I could have called the police right away. I should have, maybe, but the storm was getting worse, and she was shivering so badly that I was afraid she might collapse. So I made a decision that would later come back to haunt me in ways I couldn't imagine. I brought her home. My apartment was small, barely enough space for one person, but it was warm. I gave her dry clothes, an old t-shirt and sweatpants, and turned my heater to the highest setting. She hesitated before changing, her eyes filled with uncertainty, but I made sure to step outside onto the balcony, giving her all the privacy she needed. When I came back in, she was sitting on the edge of the bed, wrapped in a blanket, her wet hair clinging to her face. She looked exhausted, like someone who had been running for a long time without knowing where to go. I made her tea. Simple, sweet, the way my mother used to make when I was sick. She held the cup with both hands, as if it was the only thing grounding her to reality. We didn't talk much. There were no answers she could give, and I didn't want to push her. Sometimes silence is kinder than questions. Eventually she lay down on the bed and fell asleep almost instantly. I didn't. I sat on the floor, leaning against the wall, listening to the rhythm of her breathing, making sure she was okay. I told myself I'd just close my eyes for a minute, but the night had other plans.